I'm here after the first game of José Mourinho for Sport Lisboa e Benfica. 25 years later, Mourinho is back to manage in Portugal, and Benfica just won 3-0 versus AVS, a team from the north of Portugal, previously known as Clube Desportivo das Aves. And this is the team that Benfica finished the game with, and here are the stats to the game. Benfica 64% possession, 18 shots, 6 on target, Aves 8 shots, 1 on target. They actually also had the shot that went into the woodwork, into the post. Benfica 209 XG, Aves 088 XG. Actually, 2 corners, not a lot of corners, only 3 in total, 2 for Aves, 1 for Benfica. Benfica better percentage on the passing. Yellow cards, same actually, only 1 for both sides, pretty interesting. Benfica with way better chances on target, 6 shots off target for Benfica, 5 for Aves, 6 blocked shots for Benfica, 2 for Aves. Inside the box, Benfica with 11 shots, Aves with 6. Outside of the box, Benfica with 7, Aves with 2, and Aves hit the woodwork once. It was a very good game for Benfica. The first half was very complicated because Aves was pressing very, very high. They were able to perturb the ability of Benfica to have possession and coming out on the counters. They were finding once or twice spaces in the Benfica defense, but then 7 minutes before the first time finished, Aves dropped the lines and parked the bus. And then Benfica scored the goal, and then Aves never pressed high again. And that actually made me a bit sad, because the game was being really good. Benfica wasn't playing as well. Of course, new manager, bring some new ideas, take some time to get used to, but I got sad because Aves had a chance. Benfica wasn't playing really well, Aves was playing really well, and they had a chance. But then the manager, first, they were already buying a lot of time. Their keeper even saw the yellow card because of the time that they were burning with goal kicks, players on the ground. And then, out of nowhere, it's not like Benfica was destroying Aves, they just decided to drop the lines. I know the players get tired, I know what that means, but I would accept them dropping the lines in the end of the first half, but then come back on the second half, pressing high and playing with an intensity, confidence, and uniqueness, which they didn't. And then Benfica just kept playing better and scored 2 more goals. So I really think the Portuguese league needs to grow in that aspect. The Portuguese managers, some Portuguese managers, and some Portuguese teams really need to stop playing like the small team. Like Aves here had no necessity to park the bus. Of course, I had no manager, but from what I saw, and even the commentators from the television station where I was watching the game, they said the same. Aves was never dangerous since they parked the bus, and they allowed Benfica to be more dangerous because Benfica had more time to build up. Because Benfica has great passers, not great dribblers. They also have great dribblers, but they have more and better passers. So if you perturb their passing, their build up, you're going to be way more effective than closing the spaces close to your goal. And then that's what Aves did. And then they got no danger there at all. Like second half, Aves didn't create any danger. So, positive side, very good from José Mourinho. He was happy on the bench. He even made some funny moments. The team of Benfica played better than last game against Karabag. It's also easier to do that because it was really bad, losing 3-2 after being winning 2-0. But the team had more intensity. The team changed more. I think with Bruno Lage, the team wasn't flexible enough when it was time not to change the formation, but to change certain positions or certain movements. For example, Orsnes in the first half was playing super close to the right line of the field, and in the second half is playing more still right winger, but more into the middle, and then Dedic, the right wing back of Benfica, would explore that way more. Then there was a lot of movement in the attack. Sudakov, Sheldrup, Prestiani in the end, Orsnes, even Rios coming up forward. Ivanovic played really well. Otamendi played really well. Dal, I think Benfica really needs to start using Obrador instead of Dal. Dal is safe, but going forwards, like he doesn't cross well, doesn't pass well, and it's very easy to read him. But in the end of the day, I think Benfica played really, really well. Trubin, I think didn't make a save because the dangerous shot went into the post. So I think Trubin didn't do much. Let's see here, according to this website, the best player today was Otamendi, followed by Pavlidis, Dedic, and Orsnes on above or 8 average rating, or rating in general. Total shots 5 for Ivanovic, 4 for Sudakov. Expected goals, Pavlidis 0.82 and Ivanovic 0.56. Accurate passing, Otamendi was the best passer together with Antonio Silva, Barranchea, and Sudakov, all above 90% completion. Most touches, Otamendi and Antonio Silva and Dedic as well. On the opposition box, it was Pavlidis and Ivanovic. Successful dribble, Akinsola, he played really well, but in the second half, especially after 75 minutes, he just disappeared. The only side working for Aves was the left side. So he was just tired, and the team also losing 3-0, you know. Then it was Dedic, made 4 dribbles out of 6, that's really, really good. Let's see here in the passing. Big chances created, one for Orsnes, one for Pavlidis, one for Pedro Lima, and for Rivas, both players from AVS. Assists, 2 for Pavlidis, that's really good. Expected assists, 0.42 for Orsnes. Accurate passes in the final third, Orsnes, Dal, Sudakov, Dedic, and Rios, above 70% with good database. Barrenechea also did well, but only 9. For example, Rios had 11 and Dedic had 12. Accurate long passing, Paul Vitor with 9, and then Antonio Silva behind him, then Barrenechea as well. Accurate crosses, Pedro Lima and Barbosa. On the defense, most duels was Tomané, which actually is a striker, then Pavlidis as well, together with Grau, the defensive midfielder and the winger for Aves. Aerial duels won, Otamendi of course, and Tomané, the striker, really well done. Ground duels won, Akinsola, Dedic and Orsnes once again. In the game with Karabakh, Orsnes was also one of the best players with most ground duels won. He's very good at taking the ball away from the opponent, actually, because he's an offensive midfielder and winger. You don't really expect that from those positions, but he was really, really good in that aspect. Pedro Lima won 3 tackles out of 3, that's really good. Then Grau also did pretty well. Falls committed, 3 for Kiki, the left back of Aves, and 3 for Tomané, the striker of Aves. Interceptions, 2 for Orsnes, 2 for Dedic, 2 for Kiki, 2 for Otamendi, and 2 for Rios. Clearances, 12 for Otamendi. That's insane. 12 clearances for Otamendi. And then 5 for... Devenish played really well. He made great defensive actions and he got hurt 1 or 2 times and he still kept playing really well. Then Dedic, also very defensive. Dedic wasn't so active and energetic as usually. I think he's still feeling a bit the injury that he got when playing from the national team of Bosnia and Herzegovina, but he's still very solid. He still gives a lot of options, attacking and defending. And that's going to be everything for today. Really happy that José Mourinho was able to start on an easier match, but the first half was really not easy for Benfica, because Aves was pressing really well and they were playing from the back, playing into the middle, into the sides. Aves played really, really well in the first half. I'm just mad that their manager just decided to park the bus after that. José Mourinho, I'm really glad for him. Really glad that he got his first win. He seems to be really happy. Back in Portugal, it was a beautiful sunny day. The match started with a third of the pitch with shadow. Then it went completely sunset. It was really beautiful. Small stadium, but packed. Great environment in a small town with less than 8,000 people living in them. I think José Mourinho is having the time of his life. Coming back to Portugal is always great when you spend so much time alone. Everybody, let me know what you think in the comment down below about the Benfica game, about the first game of José Mourinho, about the Aves game. I think they did really well in the first half. Until the next one, I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions, and a whole bunch of individuality, creativity, and responsibility as well. See you soon.